going on, you all? John here with another video, and today we're going to be talking about how to properly set up a baby leopard gecko. Currently, I have a singular leopard gecko, Max Snow, right here. It's not mine. It is my friend's, and I'm just keeping it while he is away. So, it obviously needs some cleaning, but currently it is in its humid hide. So, I'm going to talk about basically why I set them up in such a basic setup, what it kind of really helps with the leopard gecko, and why you potentially wouldn't want it in something much bigger than this. Before we get into all that information though, let's go ahead and quickly clean this leopard gecko out. So, typically what I'll do with the rocks is every week I'll take them, dip them in some water, and clean them off. And then once a month I'll get some alcohol and make sure they're really clean and just disinfect them. I'm not really sure why I put the lid on that. I know I still have to weigh the gecko. So, turn the scale on, and I do this to make sure they're maintaining weight. $5 grams. That's good. He was about 4.5 last week, so he gained 0.5, which is pretty good. Next, we're gonna throw some mealworms in here for him to eat. This time we're not gonna powder him. He only gets that, once a week. So we got the little gecko cleaned out, and he's pretty much set for the next week. If you wanted any of the materials and stuff I used in this video, it'll be linked in the description with like an Amazon affiliate link, and I get like a couple cents off of it, and it doesn't cost extra to you. But now let's talk about why you may want to consider putting your leopard gecko, or at least your baby, in something similar to that. So leopard geckos, obviously, as we know, they get pretty big. My boy Littlefoot is pretty big even for a male, even though he's not a super giant. He's still pretty meaty. And so you obviously would not want to keep an adult in something small like this. Now, a baby, on the other hand, it's a different situation. So even this, long term, I would say is too small. But when you get babies, you want to make sure they're started on something good, and that they're actually eating and they're gaining weight on a normal basis. So I've only had this one for about 2 weeks, so I want to make sure he's doing good, he's eating consistently before I put him in something where I can't monitor how much he's eating, because you don't know if the mealworms are going to burrow themselves before he gets them, or the crickets are going to escape somehow or manage to hide. You don't want it not to be able to get humidity, so that's why there's only 2 hides in here, one kind of dry and one humid one. You also want there to be a heat gradient, which I managed to accomplish this in something this small by simply having one of these small little creature pads, and I just set the corner of it on this side so it kind of heats up throughout the entire cage. And so those are kind of the benefits of why you would want to keep a baby in something like this compared to, I don't know, an enclosure like that, even though that's not really set up for a leopard gecko. Something like that you wouldn't really want to keep a baby in, because you're not going to be able to find it to check its weight and stuff often. You're not going to be able to know what it's eating, and just different things like that. You're not going to be able to. It's really about making sure the baby is sustainable. And so after a couple of months, or maybe even just 1 month, I'd be confident that he's eating, he's gaining weight. Like I said, last week he was 4.5 and he's 5 grams now. So he's gaining weight, obviously. I want to make sure he's continuing to gain weight. And then we would simply move him into his own enclosure. I'd probably do something like a 5-gallon for him, just so I can still monitor him, basically, before my friend comes to pick him up again. So that's pretty much why you want to keep a baby potentially in this. Hope you all enjoyed the video and kind of like the little baby setup, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.